Good morning everyone, and thank you for joining the webinar today. Our presentation is going to cover the next installment of the DASSAULT Systemes 3DEXCITE 3D Experience Marketing Series, CAD2AD. Now, if you had the pleasure of joining our last webinar, which was a day in the life of a marketeer, you will know that my name is John Clark and I am the Customer Solutions Executive here within the 3DEXCITE brand of DASSAULT Systemes. And today I'm really excited to show you how you can take one of the greatest assets in your organization, which is your 3D CAD data that you use to develop your products, and repurpose it using the 3D Experience platform to save you time, resources, and cut costs within your marketing campaigns. If you did join a Day in the Life of a Marketer webinar a few weeks back, you will have learned all about collaboration, social listening, and project management. Today, we'll take a closer look at marketing content development and all the benefits you derive by working with the 3D Experience Twin, or as you may know it as, the digital twin. Basically, creative and marketeers can work in tandem with their design and engineering departments and output 3D and 2D assets for every channel or any marketing scenario. Essentially, get to market faster to help sales, drive top-line growth, and recognize efficiencies across the entire organization. You can achieve this by working from a single, secure business platform. Now, before we begin, I wanted to remind everyone that's joined today, like our last webinar, everything that you are going to see today is truly unique to the marketing industry, and there is no other provider out there that does what we do. So, with that being said, let's get started. To kick off, I want to talk to you about a traditional go-to-market workflow and what it looks like for many of you today. In the product development lifecycle, you normally start with ideation and gathering marketing intelligence about your product. You then move on to sketching and design, where you start prototyping your product out. Up next is the engineering phase. Start to build your product using 3D math based on your design data. And then validation, where your product goes through lots of testing, simulations, and approvals. At which point you get to the manufacturing stage where you start building your products. Now, in terms of marketing, this is where the process usually begins, which is product photography. Now that you have manufactured a product, you can begin taking photos that you will use for your marketing campaigns. Finally, we get to marketing and sales. At this point, your marketing campaign is fully underway and your product is out in the marketplace. Now let's take a look at what a go-to-market workflow can look like using the 3D Experience platform. We start out very similar. First, we have the ideation stage, then we have sketching and design. But this is where the similarities end. And here's where the linear workflow stops. Instead, this path splits in two. One process continuing to engineering and validation. However, now in parallel, your marketing and sales efforts can begin. You see, once your design department has produced some design data, whether it's final or not, the marketing content creation process can already begin. You can leverage that early design data as well as more mature engineering data to start producing CGI content or computer-generated imagery of your products. You eliminate the need for any product photography, which comes much later down the line. And you can start to build out your marketing campaign much sooner in the process. This is the concept of CAD2AD. No matter how many updates your product goes through, the CAD data is connected at every single stage of the process. Because of this connection to the digital twin, or as we like to call it, the 3D Experience Twin, whatever kind of marketing content you are developing, whether it be a range from digital imagery to immersive virtual reality experiences, that work can now be done in parallel with other departments like engineering and design. And whether engineering releases a new update to the products, the marketing content always gets updated. What this can ultimately do is enable your full marketing campaign to be completed and have your product already being promoted out in the marketplace before a single unit has ever been built. Getting your product out to the marketplace faster is critical in this competitive landscape. So if you compare this to the two workflows, you can see that leveraging the 3D Experience platform can save you significant time and get your product out to market faster. What I'd like to do now is show you what we've just discussed in practice. So I'm going to walk you through the product lifecycle as it moves from design and engineering to sales and marketing. This is all going to happen without leaving the 3D Experience platform. We're going to see how our product, called Beamy, transitions from engineered product into a multi-purpose reusable digital asset for marketing campaigns. I'm also going to show you the connection you will always have to your CAD data through the digital or 3D Experience twin. Beamy is a really unique all-in-one home entertainment hub. So let's watch its product evolution within the 3D Experience platform. We start our 3D Experience journey with the engineering department. Here we can see Elijah, our product engineer, working on the Beamy CAD data. We then transition from engineering over to marketing and see Tom. Tom is our marketing visualization content artist and he's logging into the 3D Experience platform. He's working on creating digital images for the new Beamy website. Tom has a team dashboard he's customized on the 3D Experience platform and he uses this for every project he works on. This is where we begin to see the evolution of the Beamy 3D Experience twin. Tom is going to build a digital marketing model reference of the original source engineering CAD data. On the left-hand side of the dashboard, if given the proper user permissions by his manager, Tom can see all the latest Beamy engineering data or only parts that he has permission to. On the right side, Tom is preparing the Beamy CAD model for data preparation. He's setting up some data prep operations that will optimize the CAD data to be reused in a number of various marketing projects. What's great is these data prep operations can be shared across multiple products. This is pretty quick and straightforward operation, but it will apply all the necessary optimization the marketing model needs to have for all the campaign's upcoming projects. You can, however, create more in-depth, highly tailored operations as well. 3DEXCITE's marketing model builder allows for a vast amount of customization for all your data preparation needs. As I mentioned, they're reusable for multiple parts and products, so you can create once, then reuse across your whole product portfolio. Tom's now saving this operation out. Now he's running these operations on the Beamy CAD data. The result will be a fully prepared digital marketing model ready for visualizations. Tom is now checking the final result. He's tessellated the CAD data, which means the CAD has been transformed into a usable digital model. He's reduced the number of triangles or the overall density of the CAD data. This is going to really increase the performance of the hardware that will be used to render the images and real-time experiences. And he's also assigned UV maps to the entire dataset. This means that adding textures and materials to the model will be a breeze. Now it's time to move into the staging process. In this phase, Tom will start to enhance the Beamy model with realistic looking materials, as well as define the lighting environment so that the final images will look great. Tom has a library of materials that he has created, as well as some materials that others on his team have shared into their collaborative workspace. This makes it easier for him to transform the Beamy marketing model into a presentation-ready product. Additionally, the prep work Tom does now cascades to all of the other projects that are using the Beamy model. So there's no need to go through this step again. We're now looking at the Ambient Studio application. Tom is choosing through an included library of HDR or high dynamic range environments that will give his Beamy the polished look and feel that he's looking for, right out the box. This works great for getting high quality results in very little time. For more customized lighting setup, he's now using Ambient Studio to paint light right onto the Beamy model. This allows Tom a much deeper level of control in his lighting environment. He can precisely add light wherever he needs to. This way he can make all the right features pop when he produces the final images. Using the Creative Experience application, Tom is going to apply everything that he's done so far to the Beamy marketing model to produce the images his team needs for the new website. Right now, he's searching for the fully prepared marketing model and adding it into a scene that he'll be using for his digital image production. He's going to be rendering these images in a studio style environment, similar to how you would set up a traditional photo shoot. Tom is going to combine this setup with the lights that he's previously created. Once he has things dialed in, he'll do some final camera adjustments and he will begin the rendering process. Inside Creative Experience, you can set up different cameras and different shots. In this case, he has created multiple material themes for the Beamy model, as well as several different camera and environment scenarios. Tom has queued up all of his renders. Once they're finished, they'll be ready for any approvals needed before they make it onto the website. In a second tab within Creative Experience, Tom is also checking on the latest status of another Beamy project his teammate is working on, who actually works out of a different office. This project is an interactive experience that showcases some of the unique Beamy features. He's seeing if the new buttons have been created, and it looks like they have. Working within the 3D Experience platform, teams are able to collaborate on projects in real time, regardless of location. Tom is able to stay connected to all the projects his team is working on and have a direct visibility anytime on updates that have been made. Tom is connected to another dashboard within the 3D Experience platform. This dashboard is shared between all the members of the Beamy marketing team, in addition to various other stakeholders involved with the Beamy production. That even includes members from the design and engineering teams. This is a great way to connect departments within an organization that would be traditionally pretty siloed. And it's not just for people in the internal environment either. You can connect with external stakeholders from other organizations such as partners, agencies, suppliers, basically anyone that's in your network which you're doing business with. During a day in the life of a marketer webinar that I hosted a couple of weeks ago, we walked through this dashboard and showed you how marketeers are leveraging the solutions we offer to drive top-line growth, increased ROI, and clearer KPI tracking. So if you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. Now we're going to go back to Tom. He uses this dashboard for all his digital image reviews, as well as communicating with the greater marketing team. Now, if you notice here, there's already been a lot of communication inside the community about the website and the recent images he's created. Now, everything's been approved, which is great. And if we jump over to Campaign Asset Review tab, here's where the team stores and reviews all assets being produced for the marketing campaign. The first thing you'll see on the left-hand side is another delivery for the campaign that was possible from the work done on the interactive experience we were just looking at. The team deployed a web version of the experience, and what we're seeing is a direct stream of the live Beamy visualizer. Further down, you'll see more assets that have been approved and distributed for various projects that support the marketing campaign. On the right-hand side, there has been some recent markups made on some imagery that's been created. Right within the dashboard, you can review and provide feedback on any of your marketing assets. It's great. You're able to add comments and feedback directly to the image itself. Afterwards, you can publish your feedback directly to any one of your swim communities, just like you saw in the other tab. Or you can save it and print it out. Now, if we jump back to the Team Communication tab, you'll see that John, the Beamy Marketing Manager, has made an announcement via a post that the website is now live. So let's go take a look. So here we are on the Beamy website. What you're seeing is just a portion of the total outcome that the marketing team was able to accomplish by working through a unified business platform, the 3D Experience platform. The new site provides the team with a web presence that they can drive traffic to in order to support their marketing and sales initiatives. Now, a big reason in particular that they are really excited about the website is the Beamy product is still in the manufacturing stage. However, the marketing team is already promoting the product through their website. Going back to my earlier topic about a traditional go-to-market strategy, the team here has accelerated that by leaps and bounds. And it all began with their ability to leverage existing engineering CAD data that was made available to be used and repurposed for the marketing campaign. The CAD data just needed to be made accessible by the marketing department and connected with the right solutions and tools to make this possible. Before the wave of excitement has even had a chance to settle down over the new Beamy website, Samira, the Beamy product manager, has just received some news that could have a major effect on the new product launch. Utilizing the social listening and marketing intelligence solutions within the 3D Experience platform, the team has been able to identify some early feedback coming from the voice of the customer. The result of this has prompted some design changes to take place on the Beamy products. What this design change means is now engineering will be releasing a new product update. You can see that within the dashboard, Samira has made some markups to some of the approved and early released images and posted this into the community. What will happen in this product update is that the Beamy logo in the front will be raised up higher on the front face, as well as enlarged for increased branding. Typically, this would be a costly and time-intensive issue for the marketing team. They've just created numerous marketing assets to promote the campaign, but all of their imagery contains the original logo. Going back and redoing all of these projects to support the new product update could potentially derail the entire marketing campaign and set it back months. However, since everything is connected within the 3D Experience platform, that's no longer an issue or a concern. Let me show you what I mean exactly and what type of impact this really has. Even though it's evolved extensively since the beginning of its journey, the original marketing model that Tom first created has always been a connected representation of the source engineering 3D CAD data model. The use of this 3D Experience twin throughout every project in the campaign has already created significant efficiencies, which is typically very difficult to accomplish or even unobtainable at times. When compared to other marketing asset creation pipelines that produce digital content. If we go back to my original go-to-market strategy comparison and reference the marketing department that is still using photography, those efficiencies are magnified even more. To even better illustrate this connection of the 3D Experience twin, let's go back and visit Elijah in the engineering department. He's currently in the process of finalizing the new product update on the CAD data, where he's changing the Beamy logo placement and enlarging it, per the direction of the team. On the right, we can now see Tom, who is working with the marketing model. Once Elijah is finished with the product update on the CAD data, those changes are cascaded out, and every project the marketing team is working on will see those changes get reflected with an automatic update to the marketing model. This maintains true digital continuity throughout the full product lifecycle of either a single product or an entire product portfolio. All Tom has to do in order to deliver this new product change to the market is basically push the render button again, then re-upload the new images to the team's dashboard. Everything that he's done in the past is already set up, so there's no need to redo any additional work. The data prep, materials, lighting and staging all account for any kind of product updates, so there's no extra work there either. If we take a look at the interactive experience we saw earlier, those assets have already been updated as well. Since this is a real-time experience, meaning it runs in real time with no image rendering required, there is no additional work that needs to be done. The experience just continues to update as the product changes and matures. While Tom is a pretty seasoned artist with years of experience in the industry, this doesn't mean that only the advanced artists, content creators on the marketing team are able to leverage the 3D Experience twin. Samira is a product manager, far from a power user in the marketing visualization space. Take a look at one of her recent posts. Samira has been using XStudio, which uses the same powerful rendering technology, the Stellar Render Engine, to produce high-end imagery. But XStudio comes as a full cloud solution that makes creating digital assets as easy as drag and drop. That you can even do on a mobile device. It's using cloud technology, so there's no need for any type of extensive hardware investment, as well as the application has been designed so that anyone can be an artist, no matter what skill level. In Samira's post, she was on her way to present to upper management, but didn't have any imagery that included the product changes that we've just been looking at. With XStudio, she was able to create a really nice looking image for a new presentation, which I'm sure saved the day. On top of that, she did using an iPad whilst travelling. To illustrate how easy this is and the digital continuity of the product, all you have to do is drag and drop your product into XStudio window, and it will then load into the app. Next, drag in any lighting environment into the window, then position your camera and your scene is all set. Ready to render, you can also see the new product update is reflected in the app. No work required on the user side. Now that my scene is staged in and ready, I can launch a high preview to see what the final result would look like. If I'm happy with that, I can submit the image for render. The processing will be performed in the cloud, so once the image is complete, I can just download it or post it to one of the communities like Samira did. Now I'm on my laptop doing this, but the experience would be no different if you're sitting there on your tablet. So we've seen how easy it was for Samira to bounce back from a minor oversight caused by the Beamy product update. And we've seen how easy it was for Tom to republish all of the new changes required to update the imagery. But the website still has the old product images on it. Why don't we go and fix that ourselves right now? Well, we're back at the Beamy website. The product has been changed. The CAD data has been updated. That update has cascaded across all the projects which the marketing team is working on, and all the marketing assets and imagery have been updated. So let's take another look at the website. Right now, every image still has the older, smaller logo on the device. What's great about this workflow within the 3D Experience platform is we can now set up a connection with our web server. So anytime any asset is updated, and watch this, all I'm going to do is hit refresh, and now my entire website has been updated with all of the latest marketing assets. I can continue to push new and updated content this way anytime my products are changed or updated. And this is all possible because I'm leveraging the 3D Experience twin. And no matter what stage my assets are in during my marketing campaigns, whether they are very early stages or live on a website, they are always connected to the original CAD data. So we've reached the end of the webinar. So I'd like to thank you all again for taking the time out to join the webinar today, and for letting me show you how it is possible to leverage your 3D CAD data for marketing while being able to feed every channel efficiently and deal with any product changes in an agile way. And as a result, strengthening and streamlining your marketing campaigns and getting your products out to the market faster. Thanks again and have a great day.